Today I'm going to tell you my one major Ableton Move complaint. But before we do that, today's patron shout out goes to Ringo Jam. Thank you so very much for the support. Now let's get started. Let me begin by just saying I absolutely love the Ableton Move. It's my favorite piece of electronic music gear that I've ever purchased. And if you look at my channel, I've already got lots of videos on the Move and going over why I love it so much. However, a couple of weeks ago, I did a video called Can the Ableton Move Do Prog Rock? And I tried to recreate the solo section of Rush's Tom Sawyer, just the rhythm section. While it did okay with the different odd time signature changes, it was certainly a bit of a pain and required some math. I definitely think that is still a major weakness of the Ableton Move. However, with how I use it, it's not really a complaint. No, this video is going to be about something different. So I just wanted to clear that up. With how I use the Move, yes, the odd time signature thing is annoying, but since all my projects go into Ableton really anyway, I don't super mind it as long as I can dial in a couple bars, you know, if I want odd meter, or I can actually go in and use the different clips per tracks. The odd meter thing isn't that bad, but no, this is an actual complaint, and it's going to happen right off the bat here. So I'm going to select a kick drum. We're on a drum track here, and I'm going to go ahead and place it on step 1 here. And just like that, we can see what my complaint is. When you sequence into a clip on Ableton Move for the first time, it automatically starts the sequencer. At first, this really didn't bother me, but it's really become quite an annoyance for me over the past couple of months. Not enough at all to make me stop using this, but something that just kind of irks me more and more every time I do use it. I've also spoken with a few other Move users, and I know this is an annoyance for them as well, so I do want to go a little more in depth with it. So I have gone and deleted the clip here. We are starting completely from scratch. I'm going to select my kick drum, put it on step 1, the sequencer plays. Now if I stop the sequencer and add in another step, it doesn't play. And I can do that for the remainder of working within this clip. Doesn't matter if I turn it into 2 bars and go to the second bar and put it in there, it's still not gonna go. And I can move all over the place and put kicks in. Let's put a snare drum just on 2 and 4. You get the idea. For the remainder of me working with this clip, it will no longer start the sequencer when I sequence something. However, if we go to a new clip, and let's use that for a kick. Now when I sequence it, you saw it started the step sequencer because we're on a new clip. Let's put some random hats in, snare on 2 and 4 again. It's actually pretty sick sounding. And even if we go back to this first clip, and go into it, you can see because we already have notes in it, it will not start the step sequencer. So that's definitely not ideal, but I wouldn't necessarily describe that right there as completely annoying. But when it gets annoying is when you are trying to workshop something over and over and over. So let's just grab, we'll grab that drum beat. Then we'll come down here to a bass track, right? And we'll just go into the clip right under it. So we're on the bass track on that clip right there. Let's say I'm not in the mood to play something in with my fingers. Let's say I just want to sequence it. Okay, now I have to stop it again. Now let's say I don't like that pattern that I just came up with. I hit the X, and now it's going again. Because as soon as you clear the clip, using the X button, it goes back to, okay, as soon as we sequence, we're going to start the sequencer. And you have to stop it. And that gets really annoying if you're working this way. And I don't like that either. Okay, let's start here. Oh, gotta stop it again. I know it seems like a minor gripe. However, it's just so needless. That's, I think, what really gets me. The sequencer doesn't need to start when you sequence something. Like, it doesn't just need to begin. And I feel like they know that, because if I sequence a note, the sequencer starts, then I stop, and then I remove the note. Even though the sequence is empty, they know that I don't want it to play again, right? It won't start again until I actually clear the clip properly using the X button. Sorry, I'm just kind of feeling this actually. Don't like that last note. That's actually pretty sick. See, I just did it instinctively. I just switched to another track, went to sequence something, and it started the sequencer and I had to stop it. If you're really feeling it, if you're really in the mood, it can just take you out of it. Just that extra button press is so annoying. It drives me nuts. I don't like that at all. So now I'm starting again. See, and I have to stop the sequencer. That's pretty cool. Not the point of the video though. The point of the video is just to say, Ableton, please make it so that the step sequencer doesn't automatically start when you drop a note into it when the clip is blank. It's really annoying. Okay, that wound up sounding pretty cool. However, I feel like I could have gotten there faster if I didn't have to go and stop the sequencer every time I sequence a note on a blank clip. I'll say it again, it is just an annoyance, but it is starting to become a major complaint of mine, and it can really take me out of the workflow if I'm, super locked in. That also could just be my intense ADHD. Definitely a complaint of mine. It's distracting, and I wish it was either toggleable so you could turn it on or off, or it just straight up didn't happen. It might be a bit nitpicky, but I really felt that for how much praise I've given this device and how much I truly love it, maybe it was time that I actually did talk about a complaint that I had. I do hope you found this video informative or at least entertaining. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can always leave a dislike. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.